What year did you come up with the, well, concept for architecture in Helsinki?
I guess it was probably 2000. We started playing around that time, and it was never really something that was super serious. We just were doing it while we were doing other things, like at art school.
Must have been, well, nothing that you've expected then.
Yeah, I mean, we only set out to play concerts in our local bar, and we never really had the intention of ever leaving Melbourne, let alone playing in Rotterdam or, anywhere that we've travelled to. So it's been pretty amazing journey over the years. Sure.
And Kellie, you soon joined, I think.
Yes, in May 2000 is when I joined the group. Yeah.
If this month your new album will be released.
Yeah.
Could you have imagined that maybe the music that you're making right now, when you were starting back in 2000, were there any similarities? Is the sound still the same for you, or is it just that you've made an enormous musical development?
I would say it's a development. I guess our intent has always been the same. Like, we always wanted to experiment with what we could do within our means, and then when that grew and the crew around us grew and the people we worked with, and we grew as musicians and songwriters and got better at production and got more interested in all different aspects of making music and what it is to be in a band. I think that it was a definite development, but the intent was to always never to repeat yourself and to just kind of explore it as an art form.
Well, you've said in a recent interview that this is the first album, Moment Bands, that you're totally happy with at the end of the process of recording the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit strange for me after 11 years. So, do you know what I mean? I mean, so after 11 years, finally, that you've come to some sort of level that you're really satisfied with the production. How come?
Well, it's like someone who's building a boat or learning a trade or a craft. It takes time and experimenting and things happening, positive and negative, for you to understand what it is that you're trying to say and what you're trying to do. And I think that it's just taken us this time to feel like we're at a spot where we understand exactly where we fit and what it means, and the chemistry and all of those things just kind of clicked into place. And yeah.
Can you pinpoint certain things? Well, you said positive things that happened and negative things that happened that make you understand how to song, how to write songs, how to record. Can you pick certain positive milestones and negative milestones? You say, well, that's made us into who we are now.
Well, on a positive level, I think that the chemistry in the band at the moment is the best that it's ever been, in that everyone really understands what they can bring to the band. So if we're if we're writing or working on a production or whatever we're doing, we all understand the strengths and weaknesses of each other. And whereas in the past, I think that things maybe people's opinions or ideas weren't as clarified or clear, and I think now that everyone really understands each other, and that's, I think, the most important thing to working as a band, that everyone has an understanding and a connection.
And so sound-wise, that you're saying that maybe certain things weren't really clarified in the past. Is there maybe an example of a song or an album that you've said, well, if we had more clarifications, that maybe the album was better or the song was better?
Well, it wasn't so much that at the end of previous albums I was like pulling my hair out saying, that's terrible, why are we releasing it? It wasn't like that, and then now it's like, yes, I'm happy to release this. I think it's more like hindsight, looking back to what we've done, just being as part of the growth of where we really wanted to, what we really wanted to sound like, and what we, although that was never super clear in the mind either. It wasn't like, I want to sound like this and we have to do all this to work towards it. It was more, more looking back, you notice things and but I just want to keep going rather than look back and say, I wish I had more time to do this. I'm happy with everything we've ever released, and it's definitely a moment in time on a record, all of our previous recordings. But this time around, I think at the end of it, and because we had our own studio and we took our time with it and we really listened to the music we were making and let it guide us in a way, that felt much more like a more positive and natural experience, and one that we feel much more happy about.